parts on eBay. When I got him arrested, I found out he used stolen money to become my partner. I, 28 male, owned a small repair shop. Started it 3 years ago with my savings. Sales were steady, but I was barely breaking even. My best friend Jake, 29 male, helped me out in the beginning stages. We've known each other since high school, and he was like a brother to me. When I needed money to buy better equipment, Jake offered to invest and become a 40% partner. I agreed since I trusted him completely. Last month, I noticed some discrepancies in our accounts. Small amounts were missing here and there. I thought it was just accounting errors at first. The numbers didn't add up right and inventory counts were off. Some premium parts we ordered never showed up but were marked as received. I didn't want to suspect Jake, but he handled most of our finances and ordering. Things came to a head when our biggest client called asking why their custom order was delayed. I checked the records. We had apparently received the parts weeks ago according to Jake's entries, but they were nowhere to be found. I discreetly started tracking every order and doing inventory counts myself after hours. The evidence started piling up. Jake was falsifying invoices, marking items as received that never arrived, and pocketing the difference. He was also selling parts on the side through eBay and keeping the money. In total, he had stolen over $40,000 worth of inventory and cash over the past year. I couldn't believe it. The guy I considered a brother had been systematically stealing from our business. When I confronted him, he tried to deny everything at first. Then he broke down and admitted it. Said he had a gambling problem and kept hoping to win enough to pay it all back. He begged me not to go to the police. Said he'd find a way to make it right. Part of me wanted to believe him and work something out. But the cold, hard numbers didn't lie. His theft had put the business I'd worked so hard to build on the brink of bankruptcy. We had suppliers threatening legal action over unpaid bills. I'd have to lay off our 2 employees if things didn't turn around fast. I went to the police and filed charges. They arrested Jake and found evidence of even more fraud than I knew about. He had been depositing company checks into his personal account and forging my signature. The total stolen was closer to $70,000. Jake's family is furious with me. His wife keeps calling and texting, saying I'm heartless for not giving him another chance. She says he'll lose everything if he goes to prison. Some mutual friends are also taking his side, saying real friends work things out instead of calling the cops. But I didn't choose this. Jake betrayed our friendship and nearly destroyed my business through his selfishness. I've got employees depending on their paychecks and my own family to support. His gambling addiction isn't my problem to fix at the expense of everything I've built. Jake is looking at serious prison time. The evidence is overwhelming and he'll likely take a plea deal. His wife has already filed for divorce. Our friend group is divided, with some supporting me and others saying I went too far pressing charges. I've blocked those taking his side. I don't need friends who think theft and betrayal should be swept under the rug. Update 1. Thanks for all the support on my last post. Most agreed I did the right thing by reporting Jake's theft. Things have gotten both better and worse since then. Jake took a plea deal. 3 years in prison, plus having to pay back what he stole. His now ex-wife tried guilt-tripping me about their kids having to move in with her parents. I reminded her that Jake did this to them, not me. The business is slowly recovering. Several suppliers worked with me on payment plans once they saw the police report showing I was the victim of employee theft. We're breaking even again and should be profitable in a few months. But here's where it gets worse. Going through old security footage, I discovered Jake had been stealing from day one. Those initial investments he made to become partner, that was money he embezzled from his previous job. His old employer reached out after hearing about his arrest. They're building a case against him too. Jake's gambling problem was just the tip of the iceberg. Turns out he has a 13-year history of theft and fraud. He's scammed multiple businesses and friends before. I was just his latest target. His wholesome family man image was a complete lie. The friend group has shifted completely to my side after learning about his past. Even his wife apologized for attacking me, saying she had no idea